Was it ever a time in prison where you had owed somebody some money?
I don't think so. I think I might have owed somebody before, but it ain't go nothing tragic about it. If I owe you, I'ma pay you.
So how many people do you feel like you robbed before you got caught?
Shit, I don't know, bro. That's something from from when I was like 13. I think it's the first time I ever robbed somebody, and I got locked up when I was 19. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay. So was it something you was kind of prepared for? Like they said, like, you know, you got two options, death or in jail. Like, do you feel like you had a different option?
Man, I never even thought I never thought prison was an option. I've always looked at it like, I don't know why I used to feel like this, but I used to feel like I was untouchable. Like, even though my daddy, all my uncles in prison, I just felt like it'd never happen to me. So I never really thought about it, bro. I was just young, just living, just doing what I do.
Went to jail for armed robbery?
Yeah.
So, like, can you walk me through how you supposed to rob somebody? Like, what would be a good candidate? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you supposed to pick somebody out?
Oh, I mean, it could be all kind of different ways, you know what I'm saying? I don't live that life no more, but back then, my specialty was like through the internet, like Craigslist and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I might cap like this monitor behind me. I might say I got this monitor for sale for, it costs $7,000 in the store, but I'll give it to you for $3,500. Okay. And then you will come bring $3,500 and I'll put the pistol on you and take it. I ain't never had no monitor.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So that kind of do take the stress out of not knowing what you're going to get when you're robbing somebody. Like, if I know you pulling up with that, it's different.
Yeah, and then, you know, some people used to pull up with less than that and be ready to try to negotiate, but that don't matter because I ain't never had the product from the beginning.
Okay. So it wasn't nothing to negotiate about.
Yeah, nah.
So,
nah.
Other than Craigslist, what was a different way to go about that?
I mean, I guess your local dope boys or whatever, but I used to stay away from stuff like that because I knew, you know, I knew a lot of people. I ain't want to get like tied up in a situation where like he know him. Now he calling me to tell me that's his mans and them, so they want that bad. I ain't want to get in them situations, so I just stayed away from that.
Did you learn robbing in Detroit or Atlanta?
Definitely Atlanta.
Okay, so you grew up in Atlanta?
I came to Atlanta when I was 12.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we came to Atlanta when I was 12. Ain't know nothing about Atlanta. Moved straight to the Bluff.
Oh yeah, downtown?
So
shit, wherever the Bluff at.
Okay.
I know. So you had your phone in prison.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So how did that go? Was it hard to do, or was that something that was easy to get done?
It was easy to record it, but it became hard because the prison officials started seeing me on there, and they kept coming, shaking my room down, knocking my phone off, taking my phone, and then I gotta buy another one. Then I get back on TikTok. And then they deleted my whole account one day. I guess the prison reached out to TikTok. I got out the hole one day and I bought another phone. I went and looked at it and I had zero everything. The whole account was gone. And I just started over and did it again.
What prison was that?
That happened at Valdosta State Prison several times and Ware State Prison several times.
So every time they caught you with a phone, you had to go to the hole?
Nah, it just depends on who catch you. Just depend on how they feeling. Sometimes I went to the hole. Sometimes they just take it and write you up.
And then how much is the phones in there?
It just depends. Like I done bought a phone for $300 and I done bought several for $2,500.
Okay. Now the phones for $300, are those just cheap phones, or the phone for $300 is the same as $2,500?
They are cheap, but the $300, that was like back in 2016. That was a flip phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when was the first time that the phones like started getting popping in the prisons?
I don't know. I went in 2013. They was already popping. Everybody had them. Soon I walked in the dorm, they was everywhere.
Okay. Was that a surprise to you?
Nah, cause my uncle, I got a lot of family that was in prison. We used to talk to them all the time. We used to throw them phones over the fence, all kind of stuff. So I knew it was going on.
So how much would you say you spent on phones altogether over the whole 9 years?
Well, I ain't get my first one. I was about 4 years in till I really got one. The last two I bought was $2,500 a piece. I say well over about 12, 13,000.
Now, how was you getting this money?
Hustling in prison.
So there is hustles in there where you can really get a lot of money.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. It ain't no excuse, bro. I mean, I'll be stressing, make no excuses out here. It ain't none in there neither, for real, for real.
So what's the most you ever made in one day in the prison?
Probably a couple thousand. I don't remember exactly, but probably a couple thousand.
So basically, you wasn't going for making that few dollars a day that they got set up. You had to make a different way as far as how you was gonna get through that time.
See, in the Georgia State prison, they don't even got that set up. You don't make no money. They don't pay you for nothing. You could go out there, bust your ass working all day. You won't make a penny. They don't pay you nothing. It's just, I got tired of asking my folks for money. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking my family for money, my mama for money. I just got tired of it, bro. And, you know, they was struggling themselves. So I was like, shit, I'm about to do something else. I gotta do something different.
So as far as your cases, did you spend any type of lawyer money before you went in? Like, how was the lawyer process?
Nah, I ain't had no lawyer money.
You never have one?
Nah, 'cause I was jacking the cheese off. Once I get the bread, just doing young nigga stuff with it, you know what I'm saying? It was gone quick as I got it.
So are you done with everything, or do you still have like parole or probation?
Nah, I'm still on parole. I got 2 more years to go.
Okay. But after that, everything's complete.
Yeah. Well, really, I got 11 years to go. But they said if I could go 2 more years without getting in trouble again, then they had to terminate the rest of it.
Okay, so what's the difference between parole and probation?
Parole, you've been to prison. Probation, you can go to the county jail for a theft charge and get right out on probation. But once you've been through the real prison system, you go on parole.
So, as far as being in prison, the first day you went in, run us through the first day you went in, if you remember that.
Very first day in the prison when I left the county, it was locked down. I was in Jackson Diagnostic Prison. They sent me to F House, and it was locked down. Some people had just got stabbed up, and their war had just popped off. So it was smooth. My first day in the prison was smooth because we was locked down already.
So when you got picked up, how was that? Like going to county? Where'd you get picked up from?
I got picked up on man, I really let the man finesse me. I don't know how, what kind of green, but all right, so they had already ran to my apartment, kicked the door. They was all through my mama neighborhood and all that. So somebody from the damn, what you call that? Like a bounty hunter almost. I can't remember what they the marshal, the U.S. Marshal called me. And he was telling me that he just needed to talk to me, and I had to sign some papers or something. Man, I don't know why I went for that shit. But he told me.
Your mama door and you still went for this?
Man, I don't know what I had going on back then, but he told me that it's been a mistake some type of way, and I just gotta sign some papers. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I meet the man somewhere to sign the papers. Man, they was out there deep as hell. It was over with.
So basically, you could have beat that case had you had someone know that was what they did was not necessarily right.
Yeah, I believe so, because that's really illegal from my understanding.
Okay.
Yeah, he finessed me.
And then that was like the last day you seen fresh air for the 9 years, for real?
Yeah, I mean, they got fresh air on the prison yard.
But it was like you couldn't go, like that was the last day you was free type shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, when it comes to the yard, did you like to go out and hoop and do shit like that?
Nah, I ain't never did no sport in my life but boxing. Yeah, I used to go out and walk around sometimes just get some sun, but I ain't play no sports in there.
So would you say that kind of kept you out of danger or trouble as far as having to fight on a more daily basis?
That's probably one of the factors, because a lot of fights break out about sports, gambling, just any type of activity in prison. A lot of stuff happens behind that.
Street Sauce, motherfucking